Okay. Hi everyone. Sir Kinder here. I'd like to do this video explaining what GVWR is in regards to trucks and trailers, and why it's a very important thing to understand and know your truck's GVWR and your trailer's GVWR. If you ever plan on hauling anything in the bed of your truck or towing any sort of trailer. So in this video I'll go over all those things and the key points that trailer towers or people that use their truck for any sort of hauling should know about. Okay, so we'll get started here. Okay, basically I've broken this down into a couple of sections here. Just get all that in there, okay. And basically I've got this all laid out, and everything's accorded to with bumper pole towing and fifth wheel towing, and I've tried to break it down the best way I can, but let's get started here. Basically, understanding the GVW of trucks and trailers, the GVWR stands for the gross vehicle weight rating. And what that means is the gross vehicle weight rating is like the total maximum weight that a truck or a trailer can weigh up to. And that weight should never be exceeded, or you jeopardize the strength and integrity in the parts of the truck or the trailer that you're putting the weight on. So we have here this here flatbed trailer. It's a bumper pull flatbed trailer right here, flatbed trailer. So this one, for example, say this flatbed trailer has a GVWR of 10,000 pounds. That means that trailer can weigh up to 10,000 pound maximum weight. Now that includes the weight of the trailer itself, where in this example I've made this empty trailer weigh 2,000 pounds all on its own without any weight on it. That's just what the trailer itself weighs as it is, empty weight. That goes into consideration with the trailer's GVWR, the gross vehicle weight rating. Now, the GVWR of this trailer in particularly is 10,000 pounds in this example. So, that means that you would take the 10,000 pounds of the trailer and you would subtract that from the trailer's GVWR of 10,000 pounds, which leaves you 8,000 pounds of available payload, which means if you put over 8,000 pounds of cargo on this trailer, it's now jeopardized, and you risk breaking stuff like you could break an axle, you could break a leaf spring shackle, you could break the frame. There's all sorts of stuff. The brakes would be compromised on it if it's overweight, because the trailer itself is designed to carry up to 10,000 pounds like total. So we have here a Bobcat, which I've made the cargo or the load weight is an 8,000 pound Bobcat. So the Bobcat's 8,000 pounds, so that's the load. The trailer itself weighs 2,000 pounds, so add those two together and you get 10,000 pounds. So this trailer in this example is maxed out. If the Bobcat was any heavier, like 9,000 or 10,000 pounds, the trailer would be overweight and you'd be compromising your brakes and your axle strength and your tire strength and the frame strength and all that stuff. And then if we go over here to the truck, so that's the trailer side of things, and I should point out that the bumper pull trailer, which this is, it's a bumper pull trailer, the tongue weight or the hitch weight, that's the force exerted down onto the hitch of the truck, which is the tongue weight here. I have an arrow pointing down. The tongue weight of a bumper pull style trailer is usually 10 to 15% of the gross trailer weight. So that's the empty trailer plus the trailer load. So 10%. So in this example, if this trailer here is loaded at 10,000 pounds with the 8,000 pound Bobcat, the tongue weight of that, let's say, is just 10%, because that's an easy number to work with. 10% of the 10,000 pounds that this loaded trailer weighs would be 1,000 pounds. That means roughly 1,000 pounds is exerted onto the truck, which would be your tongue weight. It's the force exerted from the trailer onto the truck. It's actually putting weight onto the truck. That brings me to the truck's GVWR, because the truck has a GVWR just like the trailers, and it works the very same way. The truck here we have is a Ford F-350, 1-ton truck, and it's got a GVWR of 9,900 pounds. Okay, so that's the maximum weight that truck can have weight exerted on, or how much that truck can weigh on its frame and its axles and its springs and its brakes and every component pretty much the same as the trailer. It's GVWR. Now this truck, in this example, we're going to say the truck's weight alone, like just the truck with maybe your toolboxes or your bumpers, whatever aftermarket components you may have on your truck. Every truck will be different because obviously not everybody has the same upgrades and aftermarket stuff and cab, etc. But the empty weight truck would basically be the weight of the truck with a full tank of gas, with any permanent mounted equipment on it, like racks or whatever, and then a person inside of it driving it. So we're going to say this example that the truck weight, just the way it would sit like that, would be 7,000 pounds. Now the GVW of the truck is 9,900 pounds. So basically, if you want to know how much your truck can carry, or how much weight can be exerted onto the truck before you compromise it, do the same thing as the trailer. You would take your GVWR of the F-350, 9,900 pounds, you would subtract what it weighs on its own, which would be 7,000 pounds, and that would leave you a weight of 2,900 pounds, just about 3,000 pounds, but 2,900 pounds. So that means that if you're pulling this trailer here, we have in the example a 10,000 pound trailer with the trailer plus the bobcat, and the tongue weight of that trailer is 10% of the trailer weight, so 1,000 pounds is being exerted onto the truck. You have enough payload to handle that weight without being compromised, because you have 2,900 pounds available payload of weight exertion on the truck, so you're still clear by 1,900 pounds, so you're okay. The setup works fine. So that's a bumper pull style trailer, and that's just a rough example there. That's how a bumper pull works. The bumper pull tongue weight and all that's there. Now, when we get down to the fifth wheel here, I'll just adjust this here and we'll show the fifth wheel. So basically here, you've got, see if I can focus, there. So basically you've got your fifth wheel trailer here. Now a fifth wheel works when you're towing a fifth wheel or a gooseneck. Typically these work the same. A fifth wheel and a gooseneck are two different sort of connection of trailer, but they both basically act more or less the same as far as the weight and the truck and everything else goes. The hitch goes over top of the rear axle, the drive axle of the pickup truck, and it hooks into a hitch that's in the bed of the truck. So your fifth wheel slash gooseneck pin weight or tongue weight, it equals roughly 15 to 25% of the gross trailer weight. So it's a little bit more tongue weight because the hitch weight is more exerted onto the truck itself. Like if this is the truck and this is where the fifth wheel hitch is, it's pushing more downwards on the truck. If it was a bumper pull, it would be more out here and it wouldn't be as much, but with the fifth wheel it gives you a bit more hitch weight because the exertion is more centered on the truck. So that's why your tongue weight is a little bit higher than your bumper pull weight. So anyhow, we're going to say that this fifth wheel camping trailer, its loaded weight would be, say, 10,000 pounds. That's what the trailer weighs when it's loaded. And we're going to assume that this trailer is fully loaded, so it's at maximum. It's at 10,000 pounds. The trailer is 10,000 pounds. So we now look at the truck. We're looking at in this example, we're looking at a Dodge Ram 3500. So a Dodge 1-ton. We're going to say the GVW is the same as the Ford. 9,900 pounds is the GVW of that truck, of the Dodge. And we're going to say the Dodge weighs 7,200 pounds empty, like with its accessories and its full tank of gas and its passenger and all that jazz. So the truck itself weighs 7,200 pounds. So you would take 7,200, subtract that from the 9,900, and yeah, that would leave you 2,700 pounds. So you have 2,700 pounds of available payload left in the Dodge truck. Now, you would basically take that, and I'm going to write this here so I don't forget here. So you got 2,700 pounds of GVW, or weight, left over to be exerted onto the Dodge truck. Now, we're going to, pin weight and the hitch weight of a fifth wheel or gooseneck typically is between 15 and 25%. It really varies depending on how a guy loads the trailer, but just for this example, just for simplicity purposes, we're going to assume it's 25% because it's an easy number to work with. It's a quarter. So if the trailer weighs 10,000 pounds, we would take a quarter of that weight, which is 25%. That would give us 2,500. That's 2,500 is 25% of 10,000 pounds. So we're going to assume that 2,500 pounds of the trailer is on the hitch, pushing on the truck, giving you your tongue weight or your hitch weight. So we agreed that our truck here, the Dodge, has 2,700 pounds of available payload left. So the 2,500 pound hitch weight that the fifth wheel trailer is exerting down on the truck is within the range of the truck not being compromised, the trailer's not being compromised. So that works. You're not overexerting any equipment, and it should be able to handle that weight no problem. Now, so that's the fifth wheel. GVWR. So basically, that's really, as far as the understanding how stuff works, the best way to figure out what your truck would weigh empty would be to take your truck with a full tank of gas and you inside of it and your tools and your headache rack, whatever you have on your truck, what's permanent on there, you take that to like a truck scale and you find out how much your truck weighs, and then and then you subtract that weight from your truck's GVWR weight, which can be normally found inside the door jamb of the truck or on print off from the dealership where the VIN number of the vehicle can tell you as well. And yeah, basically determining your trailer's hitch weight is very important when towing because that weight is put onto the truck. And also to add on to that, for example, if you had, say, a trailer, like we'll go back to the bumper pull for a moment here. If you were towing this bumper pull trailer, and then you also had, like, say, an ATV or a side-by-side in the bed of the truck, the side-by-side would actually also go into the consideration of the available payload you have left. Like if the side-by-side weighed 1,000 pounds, the 1,000 pounds is on the truck, it's not on the trailer, so that weight would actually be 1,000 pounds would be off of the GVW of the truck. So your truck's got to have enough, in that situation, your truck's got to have enough GVWR to take both the weight on the tongue weight of the loaded trailer plus the weight of the side-by-side. So it's important to know if you've got a 3/4 ton or a 1 ton or a 1 ton dually truck. It's very important to understand how much weight your truck can actually withstand. I know a lot of guys will put in airbags and super springs and stuff like that, but you've got to remember at the end of the day that those add-ons like airbags and helper springs, those do not and cannot increase your truck's GVWR. Same goes for your trailer. Those things will simply give you a better ride quality. It'll make the truck not squat so much in the rear, giving you a more pleasurable ride, and will make it'll provide a lot of stability and safety in that. But at the end of the day, even if you have an F-150, for example, and you want to tow a big heavy trailer with it, like a big fifth wheel trailer, and you just put in a pair of Firestone airbags in it, and it rides level so you think it's okay, really the hitch weight of the fifth wheel trailer, if it's a big heavy fifth wheel trailer, if it's over the weight of your truck's GVWR, it's still not legal to tow, it's still not safe to drive and operate. You should get a bigger truck. If you're going to tow heavy, go right for a 1 ton. 1 ton or a heavy 3/4 ton. I prefer the 1 ton just for the extra payload capacity in that. Honestly, if you're towing a big heavy trailer, like an equipment trailer, and you're towing a lot, and even if you're towing a big heavy fifth wheel, I'd just recommend getting a heavy 1-ton. But yeah, this is basically the rundown on it. It's a simplified version, so let me know what you think here. So yeah, if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.